Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 scariest creatures to ever exist. We're talking about the stuff of nightmares, the things that go bump in the night, the creatures that make you sleep with the lights on. Buckle up because it's going to be a wild ride. We're going to be ranking some of the most terrifying monsters, myths, and legends from all around the world. From the depths of the ocean to the highest mountain peaks, these creatures will send chills down your spine. And to make things even better, or worse, depending on how you look at it, we've got some awesome animations to bring these beasts to life. So grab your snacks, turn off the lights, and get ready to face your fears. Let's do this. Coming in at number 10, we have the Kraken. This legendary sea monster is said to dwell off the coasts of Norway and Greenland. Out of the depths rises a creature so massive, so terrifying, it could make a grown man cry. Yeah, the Kraken is not messing around. Sailors have whispered tales of this monster for centuries. At number 9, we have the Chupacabra. This creature is like the vampire of the animal kingdom, but way less glamorous. The Chupacabra, which literally translates to goat sucker, is said to inhabit the Americas, and it has a taste for blood. Specifically, livestock blood. Farmers, you might want to hold on to your goats extra tight. Eyewitness accounts describe the Chupacabra as a hairless creature with sharp claws, glowing red eyes, and spines running down its back. Yeah, not exactly the kind of thing you want to run into in a dark alley. Some people think it's an alien. Others believe it's some kind of genetic experiment gone wrong. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. This thing is creepy. So, if you see any strange lights in the sky and your livestock starts looking a little pale, it might be time to call the Chupacabra exterminator. Coming in at number 8, we have the Mothman. This creepy cryptid is like the Batman of monsters. If Batman was a giant moth with glowing red eyes. The Mothman was first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s. People claim to see a large, humanoid figure with enormous wings and those piercing red eyes. Yeah, not exactly the kind of thing you want to see while taking a midnight stroll. Some believe the Mothman is an alien, while others think it's a mutated creature of some sort. Some even say it's a harbinger of disaster, appearing before tragic events. Whether it's a supernatural entity or just a really big moth, one thing's for sure. The Mothman is the stuff of nightmares. So, if you're ever driving through Point Pleasant and you see a pair of glowing red eyes staring back at you from the darkness, just keep driving. Chapter 4. Landing at number 7, we have the Jersey Devil. This creature is like Frankenstein's monster went to the zoo and got a little too friendly with the horses. The Jersey Devil is said to inhabit the Pine Barrens of southern New Jersey, and it's one weird-looking creature. Imagine a kangaroo with the head of a horse, leathery bat wings, and hooves. Yeah, it's a strange combination. Legend has it that the Jersey Devil was born from a witch's curse and has been terrorizing the Pine Barrens ever since. People have reported hearing its blood-curdling screams and seeing it fly through the night. Whether it's a mythical beast or just a really ugly bird, the Jersey Devil is one creature you don't want to meet in the woods. So, if you're ever hiking through the Pine Barrens and you hear a strange screeching sound, you might want to turn around and walk the other way. Chapter 5. Coming in at number 6, we have the Wendigo. This terrifying creature comes from the folklore of the Algonquin people of North America, and it's basically the embodiment of greed and gluttony. Imagine this: you're lost in the frozen wilderness, starving and alone. Suddenly you hear a chilling howl echoing through the trees. That's when you see it, a towering figure with glowing eyes, razor-sharp claws, and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. The Wendigo is said to be a malevolent spirit that possesses humans, turning them into cannibalistic monsters. It represents the dangers of greed and the importance of respecting nature. So if you're ever lost in the woods and you start craving human flesh, you might just be turning into a Wendigo. Chapter 6. Screaming in at number 5, we have the Banshee. This creature comes from Irish folklore, and let's just say, you don't want to hear her singing at your window. The Banshee is a female spirit whose wail is said to herald the death of a family member. Imagine hearing a blood-curdling scream piercing the night, knowing that someone you love is about to meet their end. Some say the Banshee appears as a beautiful woman in a white dress, while others describe her as a haggard old crone with long, sharp fingernails. Either way, her scream is a sure sign that your days are numbered. So, if you're ever in Ireland and you hear a woman wailing in the distance, it might be time to start planning a funeral. Chapter 7. Yeti. Lost in the Himalayas. Stomping in at number 4, we have the Yeti. This legendary creature, also known as the Abominable Snowman, is said to inhabit the Himalayan region of Nepal and Tibet. Imagine this. You're trekking through the snowy mountains, the wind is howling, and the visibility is low. Suddenly you see massive footprints in the snow, footprints that belong to no known creature. The Yeti is described as a large, ape-like creature covered in white fur, with incredible strength and a chilling howl that echoes through the mountains. While many believe the Yeti to be nothing more than a myth, there have been numerous sightings and footprints that remain unexplained. So, if you're ever brave enough to climb the Himalayas, keep your eyes peeled for the Yeti. You might just be the one to finally prove its existence. Chapter 8. Loch Ness Monster. What lurks beneath. Swimming in at number 3, we have the Loch Ness Monster. This creature, affectionately known as Nessie, needs no introduction. For centuries, there have been tales of a giant creature lurking beneath the surface of Loch Ness, a deep, freshwater lake in Scotland. Imagine this. You're on a boat, enjoying the beautiful scenery of Loch Ness, when suddenly, the water erupts. A long serpentine neck rises from the depths, its eyes fixed on you. Is it a giant eel? A prehistoric plesiosaur? Or something else entirely? The mystery remains unsolved. Despite countless attempts to prove its existence, Nessie continues to elude capture, leaving us to wonder what truly lies beneath the murky depths of Loch Ness. So if you're ever in Scotland, be sure to visit Loch Ness and see for yourself. You might just get lucky and catch a glimpse of Nessie. Chapter 9. Basilisk. Don't blink. Slithering in at number 2, we have the Basilisk. This creature, also known as the King of Serpents, is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine a creature so deadly that a single glance can kill. That's the Basilisk. This serpent, often depicted with a rooster's head and a snake's body, is said to be hatched from a chicken egg incubated by a toad. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Legends say the basilisk's breath can wither plants and turn living creatures to stone. It's basically the ultimate predator, feared by all who cross its path. So, if you ever come across a chicken egg that looks a little too suspicious, don't even think about hatching it. You might just unleash the basilisk upon the world. Chapter 10. Headless Horseman. Lost his head, not his horse. The Headless Horseman is a staple of Halloween lore. Imagine a dark and stormy night. You're riding through the woods when you hear hooves pounding behind you. A headless figure on a black horse clutching a jack-o'-lantern. He terrorizes those who cross his path. So, if you hear hoofbeats, make sure your head is attached. The Headless Horseman might be nearby. That's it for our list of the top 10 scariest creatures to ever exist. From the depths of the ocean to the darkest corners of our imaginations, these monsters and myths continue to fascinate and terrify us. They remind us that there's still so much about the world that we don't understand, and that sometimes it's best to leave certain things unknown. Tell me in the comments, What was the scariest monster? Was it the Kraken's massive tentacles, the Chupacabra's bloodthirsty nature, or the Headless Horseman's chilling ride? Let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content. See you next time.